Welcome to another edition of Posi-TIPS with Rachelle. It's always great to be here with you on another Posi-TIPS episode, continuing this important series on making it happen. And folks, something I alluded to last week, and I kind of skimmed over it. I wanted to come back and actually address it in this entire episode here. Yes, we've been talking about making it happen, the importance of persevering, seeing things through, believing in yourself. And something I mentioned last week, and I talked about during my last trip to Louisiana, I actually asked my dad, which he did, to teach me how to do my own AC recharge. I was so excited to learn how to put Freon in my car. It was so excited. But I think there's something in that, and I was talking about the power of belief and how important it is that we believe in ourselves. And there's something that was certainly inherent in that episode. And the fact that I asked my dad to teach me how to do it, and he did, and I'm excited, and I learned. And that is just the importance, particularly for parents, and to believe in your children. To believe in your children. Folks, that is so important. And when I look back in my life, and certainly when I look back on my childhood, and I've recognized just what a gift my parents believing in me has been. Because, I mean, those are the initial folks. Okay, you can do this, you can do anything you put your mind to, you have what it takes, you're smart, you're this, you're that. And I learned those lessons early on. But I recognize, I mean, those lessons have to come from somewhere. Those lessons have to come from somewhere. And so I was fortunate enough to receive those lessons, receive that encouragement, receive that affirmation from my parents. From my parents. And I recognize when we think about life, we think about the challenges, many of the challenges that we have in life, certainly many of them can stem from how we feel about ourselves, our lack of confidence, a lack of self-esteem, inability to believe, and realize we have what it takes. Folks, I don't want that to be any of us. And certainly if that's been you in the past, it doesn't have to be you any longer. I mean, we're all imperfect. We've all struggled, in various areas, particularly around this area of confidence and being secure in who you are and self-esteem and all of that. But today is a new day. Tomorrow can be different. But it's going to take us to change our thinking, to change our mindsets, to recognize it's up to us. If we want things to be different, it's going to be up to us to make sure they are different. It's going to take certainly a renewed mindset, leaving behind some old ways of thinking, doing, being, but it will certainly be worth it. But when I think back into the episode, I'm like, oh, how cool is that? I learned how to put Freon in my car, and so, but again, there's a lesson in there, a very big lesson, is that I was not told that, what do you want to learn how to do this for? Just you shouldn't be learning how to do this, and you don't need to learn anything about cars. And as I stated in last week's episode, for years my dad worked on his own cars. But so just that encouragement that I received, regardless of what it is, regardless of what I wanted to learn, regardless of what I wanted to do, just that support certainly has been there, ever since childhood, which is remarkable, and I'm just so humbled and so grateful. And so I just wanted to leave you with these encouraging words, particularly parents. Believe in your children. Tell them they can do anything. It will shape their lives in unimaginable ways. And I will also say this: if this is something, particularly the aspect of believing in yourselves and encouraging and affirming other people, not just your children. If you don't have the confidence to do that, I would encourage you to perhaps you have a sibling, that can, that is their aunt or their uncle, or, a cousin. Is there someone else that you can really kind of encourage them? A mentor, a teacher, a professor. I mean, we get encouragement. I mean, I've had encouragement from all types of individuals, former sports coaches, college professors, certainly family, friends, strangers, just all different types of people in all aspects of life. But so just recognize, I don't want you to feel bad if you feel, I struggle with my confidence. I don't even believe in myself. And that's very true, is that we can't give away what we don't have. So if a person struggles with self-esteem and lacks confidence, it's going to be almost impossible for that person to sincerely and consistently affirm and encourage other people, particularly with right motives. We're not talking about the time where someone may be doing that to flatter someone or to manipulate or something like that. Not talking about any of that. We're just talking about true, sincere, genuine affirmation and encouragement with right motives. Simply because you want to encourage someone, you want to bless someone, you want to affirm someone, particularly your children. It's so important. So just recognize that the buck, yes, you are a parent, you have the ultimate responsibility, but recognize there are other people that could be certainly in your life that you recognize as strong in that area. They're very confident. They're able to encourage and affirm people with ease. Just recognize and you just ask that individual, say, hey, you know what, I recognize that you have this strength and I really want to make sure that my kid or my kids get the encouragement that they need. Is there any way you could really kind of evaluate their strengths or just, tell them from time to time what a good job they're doing or this and that. Folks, that can be life-changing. It's often said, it takes a village to raise a child, and that's so true because, there's just so many people that can impact the life of a child and ultimately the life of an adult, because I'm sure each and every one of you sitting here can think of just some wonderful people that have come along expectedly or unexpectedly in your life and crossed paths with you that have really had a positive, profound influence on your life. And so we could recognize, we can also give that back. We can give that away to other people. So let's encourage, let's affirm, let's bless, let's just really build people up. Build people up. And it truly starts with us. We've got to believe in ourselves. We've got to do the work to make sure that we can have the confidence and the inner security to believe in ourselves. And so that way we have the ability to give that out consistently, genuinely to other people. You have no idea how profoundly impactful that is. So let's make that happen. All right, let's make believing in ourselves happen. Let's make believing in other people happen. And we, one by one, can change this world, folks. So let's get out there and make it happen. And so I cannot wait until next week to continue this conversation in this series. But until then, remember, I am positively passionate about your happiness and success. Make it a wonderful day.